Ever since the massive change by Disney and Lucasfilm for the Star Wars franchise after the Solo: A Star Wars Story box office results and more, a lot of fans have been wondering what to expect after Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the biggest questions is, of course, what is to come after the final film of the Skywalker saga / the sequel trilogy. Now, we do know that not only do we have the new Star Wars trilogy in the early works, but we also have Star Wars The Mandalorian, the first live-action TV series to come on Disney's streaming service. Now, this is where things get very interesting. A lot of people have been talking about Kathleen Kennedy and her role over at Lucasfilm, and exactly what's going on with that, and the projects that she's involved with. Now, just recently, Kathleen Kennedy was able to respond and talk very briefly about one of the projects for Star Wars as a whole that is 100% dead. Now, this all comes from Erick Weber. He's an Emmy award-winning news anchor, and he actually had this to say on his Twitter account. If you guys want to go ahead and check out his tweet, it will be linked below in the description. So this is what Kathleen Kennedy had to say in response to the Boba Fett movie, to Erick Weber, hence to us, and he states, Kathleen Kennedy just confirmed to me that the Boba Fett movie is 100% dead, 100% focusing on the Mandalorian. So this, I believe, lines directly up with what we have been hearing about for a very long time now, is that they transferred the concept of the Boba Fett Star Wars movie and incorporated that overall idea, that concept, into a live-action TV series, but also by making the main character a brand new character, and hence that became the Mandalorian. So to me, I think that this was a good move in a sense, because I don't know if a lot of people were really looking forward to a Boba Fett movie, but The Mandalorian seems like it's a very interesting live-action TV series so far, how it's based after the events of Return of the Jedi and before the events of The Force Awakens. So you have the first Star Wars project that will be actually in between two of these different timelines. And looking at what Kathleen Kennedy had to tell Erick Weber is that, well, she confirmed that the Boba Fett movie is 100% dead, and that they are now 100% focusing on The Mandalorian. Now, this also lines directly up with what we heard about both Disney and Lucasfilm focusing in on one project at a time, and that's what they are doing right now. Now, sure, they are filming Episode 9, but they're also focusing on a different property, a different, I should say, Star Wars project for a different platform, that of course being the new Disney streaming service that is all set and ready to launch for fall of 2019. Now, the Boba Fett movie, a lot of people were very concerned about that. You know, not a lot of people were all too crazy about it. More so, people were looking forward to the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. Now, the fact that the Boba Fett film is confirmed 100% dead, I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie is also 100% dead. Now, this also confirms that the large Boba Fett rumors were indeed true, and Kathleen Kennedy just confirmed this and told Erick that they completely canceled it and it's no longer in the works at all whatsoever. Now, the question, of course, is could they revisit the Boba Fett movie later down the road, years to come, years later from now? Possible, but unlikely in my opinion. I don't see them developing a Boba Fett movie at all whatsoever. I think that what they are doing is, after Episode 9, they're focusing primarily, as Bob Iger has said, on the new Star Wars trilogy and trying to figure out exactly what that's going to be and what's going to come up after Abrams. So I believe that they're trying to figure out exactly what Star Wars 2020 will be as well. And there's a lot of rumors out there that we may not even get a Star Wars 2020 movie, and that 2020, at least in the first half of the year, will focus on The Mandalorian as opposed to a movie for that specific year, and then 2021 would kickstart the new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones. Now, it's unclear on exactly what's happening with Rian Johnson's trilogy, of course. We have no clue as to whether or not that is still going to happen. As of right now, according to Johnson, according to others, Johnson's trilogy is still in the works, but Johnson, of course, is taking a break by working on a thriller called Knives Out. But anyways, guys, I really wanted to tell you guys about what Eric Weber told us today on Twitter about what Kathleen Kennedy told him about one of the Star Wars projects and what their focus is right now. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear